Hi, my name is Maureen, and if this is your very first time watching my videos, welcome to my channel. So a little bit of a background story. I have wanted to do YouTube for I think around 8 years, and this year I am finally doing it. So I'm still sort of new here on YouTube, but I am enjoying making these videos because I've wanted to do it for a really long time. At the moment, I can only do sit-down videos due to unavoidable circumstances. And today in particular, I want to give financial advice even though I am broke. I promise. I promise. I have proof of everything that I'm about to tell you. So without further ado, let us get into it. What motivated me to make this video is the fact that I was able to raise money to get an iPhone 11 to start a YouTube channel, the one that I'm using right now. And I know, it's already iPhone 17, so like iPhone 11 is outdated, but hey, I was using a neon device and now I have an iPhone 11. I don't know, guys. I feel like that is progress, okay? That is progress as far as I am concerned. And starting a YouTube channel was like on my bucket list, and the fact that I'm doing it right now, you can't tell me nothing. I don't know. I don't think you guys understand how happy this makes me. I've wanted to do this for such a long time. So I want to share with you how I did it while still broke. Basically, how to achieve your goals when you're still broke. So the very first thing you need to do when you're broke, and I'm talking about broke zero money, not that broke. When you're broke, you watch videos of people that are saying they're also broke. You want to know like how did you guys do it? Because I need, give me advice, give me tips of how to um get out of rock bottom, And then someone says ati they were broke and then they booked a plane ticket to go to a whole new continent. Nico, ulikuwa broke and you have money for a plane ticket. Hey, unatupima. This is not that type of a video because I am still broke. This is the type where you are starting with zero money. Literally, you do not have not even a single coin. Your bank account has been deactivated, if they can do that. Basically, hauna mbele wala nyuma. You are at zero money, because that is where I was. When I got fired, I was at zero. So I realized that the first thing you need is to ask yourself, if all factors were to be held constant, if money was not a problem, what is the one thing that you would want to do? Because you cannot just save money just to save money. You need to be working towards a goal. It's important you know what you're working towards, because that is what is going to help you to stay disciplined. So for me, I knew that I wanted to start a YouTube channel. I was talking with one of my friends the other day, and they told me for them, they would start agribusiness. They would start farming as like a business. So the first thing you need to know is, what do I want to do? Like, I am at rock bottom. I've lost everything. I do not have any money. What do I want to do? And after you know that, the next step is to calculate how much you need. Like, how much money, roughly how much money do you need to do this thing that you want to do? For me, I knew that getting an iPhone was the easiest way to do it, because one, the mass production of new versions every now and then makes it that the old versions are cheaper. Like an iPhone 11 right now, well, it's not cheap, but it's affordable compared to an iPhone 17. And iPhones, they have good cameras. Like right now, I like the quality of the video. Maybe it's not the best, but at least munaniona. You cannot compare this to filming on a neon device, unajua. So I knew that getting an iPhone is what I want to do. Getting a phone was kind of my only option, because if you get a camera, then you need a laptop because you need to be able to edit, and you need SD cards, and like you need other things. But when you have a phone, you can just film and edit on the phone. So when you getting a phone is what I want to do. So you ask yourself, what do you need? Like, and make sure it's beginner friendly. Remember, you're broke, you do not have money, so you want to do this with the least amount of things as possible. Like, you're on a budget, a very tight you don't even have a budget at this point. So you need to ensure that you're getting only the basic things. I think for my friend, if it's farming, you need to rent somewhere, or you need to get your family to give you a piece of land or something. Like, we will just figure out the basics, like those things that you cannot do this without them. Just focus on getting the basics. So for me, I knew I have to get a phone, and an iPhone is the only thing I can get, because for Samsungs, in as much as they're really good phones, they are super expensive. But iPhones, they are cheap. You can get them. Okay, they are not as cheap, but you can get a good iPhone without breaking a bank. Unajua Samsung, if you want to be able to film with a Samsung, you need to cough out like 100K or something. But with iPhones, 30,000, 20 something, you can get yourself a really nice iPhone. If that is, if what you want to do is content creation. If not, you do your math with whatever it is that you need for your goal. But this is what I needed. I needed an iPhone. So sasa, you have decided that I want to do this. I want to do YouTube. Number two, you also know what you need. For me, I need an iPhone. And then we go to the third step. How do I raise the money to get this iPhone? How do I raise the money to get this farm? How do I raise the money to get this, whatever it is that you want to do? For this one, circumstances are different for everyone. For me, I'm not married and I don't have a child. So I literally do not have any responsibilities. And at that time, I was living at home with my parents, who were providing 100%. I'm talking about, they were even buying pads for me. Okay. Asilimia mia kwa mia. I was depending on my parents. And then our youngest brother is the one who supports me financially. So there's no black tax. Our last born, he's the one who he's the one who takes care of us financially. So there's no like, oh, tuma pesa tulipe sister ko school fees, you brother ko. No, our last born is doing better than me financially. So no black tax. Basically, I did not have any responsibilities. So if you have responsibilities, we jua tu venye utagawanisha pesa yako. But for me, it was easy because I could save the whole amount. Like, if I receive 500, I can save the whole 500 because I'm not paying for anything. I'm a Christian. I believe in paying tithe. Jesus said, give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar, and to God what belongs to God. And what belongs to God, one is tithe. So I pay tithe. So after nimetoa tithe, I could save the rest of the money. That was my situation. I don't know how your situation looks like. So let's have it in mind that you're not employed at this particular point. So the money you're getting, it's very unpredictable. So for you to be able to save the money, there's some sort of discipline that you're required to have. And for me, I knew myself. I knew I had to set myself up for success. I needed to put in measures to make sure, to kind of like make sure that I do not use the money that I'm putting away. So depending on how disciplined you are, okay, depending on how disciplined you are and how much you're receiving, however you're receiving it, if it's pocket money, if you do odd jobs, remember, we are unemployed, we are at rock bottom. So for me, I knew I struggle with discipline, with keeping money. So for me, I got a tin bank. Remember, at this point, I cannot even access my bank account. It's already dormant. If you don't use your bank account, I think for 6 months, they deactivate it, or I don't know. Like, if I ever want to use that account again, I have to go to the bank so that they can open it or something. I don't know. Like, I can't use it right now because it's been inactive for a really long time. So saving pesa kwa bank was not an option. And then the money that I was saving, you guys, I will put a picture of how the page was looking like, but aingesevika kwa bank, honestly. It was bad. It could not be saved at the bank. So a tin bank was the only way. Anxiety began. And then the other thing you want to do is give yourself a specified amount of time. Like, you cannot just do things aimlessly. For one, you need to know what you want to do, what you need to do it, and for how long. Also, you want to set a target. For me, I set it at 10,000 because my situation was really, really bad. I was in the village, it's in the middle of nowhere. There are no odd jobs. When you're in the city, getting odd jobs is a bit easier because there are a lot of businesses, more people, like it's a bit easier compared to when you're in the village. So I was very realistic. I was willing to even settle for an iPhone 8. It was that bad. And also remember, I'm depending on the pocket money that I'm receiving from my family, and we are not rich. So you're receiving 500, 300, 1,000 bob, at most 2,000 shillings. So you're working with very, very little money. So you have to be realistic. Also, for the sake of your mental health, don't set goals that are it's okay to dream big, but it's also okay to be realistic. Remember, you actually want to do this, so you want to be real with yourself. So depending on your situation and depending on what you want to do, set your targeted amount and then set the amount of period you think you can be able to raise that money. So for me, I said 10,000 in 6 months because I'm in the middle of nowhere. I am not employed. Yo, if I raise 10K, I will be the most grateful person in the whole of this village because, yo, one day I will show you where we live. Right now, people have started coming and building on their pieces of land. But before then, we were like five homes in the whole village. Anyway, so you set your goals depending on your situation. Remember, I don't have a kid, I'm not paying for any bills, and I am in the middle of nowhere and I'm not employed. So have that in mind. And then depending on how disciplined you are, if you're saving at the bank, if you're saving kwa pochi la biashara, if you're saving kwa tin bank, you do you, okay? Whatever works for you. But do not sit back and say, I will start saving when this and this happens. I will start saving when I get employed. I'll start saving when I get a pay raise. I'll start saving when I get a job that pays this X amount. No, please start now. Start now. And especially if you are at rock bottom with zero money. You're the target audience, okay? You are the target audience because I really believe that I cannot raise money kama sijaajiriwa, lakini I realize that if I continue to think like that, then I'll never do anything because I rarely get employed. Because jobs are not easy to come by. So imagine how much time you're going to lose if you think like that for the rest of your life, and how many things you will not do. As I imagine if I realized that I can raise money through saving pocket money, like when I was 25, because I've always received pocket money. Sometimes, the one thing that I regret most in my life is not knowing the things that I know now earlier on. I feel like I could have saved so much time and I would be so ahead in life, but we'll never know. Better late than never. We are here and that is all that matters. So tumesema, you figure out what you want, you figure out what you need for what you want, come up with a saving plan or a way to raise the money. And I've told you how I did mine. Now, what I realized for me was that having a visual representation of the whole process was fun for me. I love to journal. I have like, I think 4 or 5 journals so far, and I started to journal, I think, like seriously after I graduated, and I already have 5 of those. I enjoyed. I was watching a video of a woman who, their whole family, it's a white woman, their whole family has kept journals from, I don't know, 1980 something. They were just writing. So if you love to journal, you don't have to, but if you love to have a notebook and write something on it, do it. for me, it makes me happy. So I had a whole metric to track the whole system, and just seeing the numbers rising used to make me so happy. I cannot explain it, but it just used to make me happy. So if you're that type of a person, you can have a notebook and just draw up a metric to track your progress. It used to motivate me. Okay, it used to motivate me like a lot. And then towards the end, as though God was like saying, yeah, keep up the good work, that's when I got the receptionist job. I already had a system in place, so continuing to save was really, really easy. And that's what I'm saying. If you choose to wait until you get the promotion or you get a job or you get a pay raise, you might actually never start saving towards your goal, because you get there and then you get distracted by other things. But it was easy for me to continue with the saving plan even after I got a job, because I had already started doing it even before I got the job. So if you are at rock bottom, even if you're not making that much money, please save hata kama ni 10 shillings. I'm not saying, I'm not telling you something that I didn't do. As you can see on this picture, that I used to save at a 10 shillings, 25, 20 bob. You save it. 10 plus 10 is 20, not zero. And 10 times 30 is not zero, okay? So please do it. That mentality of saying, I'll do this, I'll do it when I get to, I'll do it when I start, I'll, uh-uh, start now. Okay, start doing it now. You can raise money for your goals even without being employed. Now, warning, it will get frustrating sometimes, because 6 months is not a short period. 6 months is a really long time. It's at least for me, it felt like a really long time to be saving and working towards something, because I don't know if it's just me, but I get so frustrated when I have an idea in my head and the only thing standing between me and executing that idea is lack of finances. I'm like, oh, seriously. Yani, if only I had the money, I could do this and this and this. And one of the things that I have resolved in my heart to do is to never ever say that I cannot do it because I don't have money. I can raise the money. I don't care how long it takes. I can raise the money and I will raise the money. And this phone is my proof that I can do it. Is it the newest iPhone? No. But I got it with money that I saved while unemployed and very broke. So I dare give financial advice as a broke person because I have proof of the things that I'm telling you. Please start saving your money right now. Start saving that 10 shillings. Start saving that 20 shillings. Eka your 50 bob. In 6 months, it's not going to be 50 shillings. Put it somewhere. Put it in a tin bank. I got your tin bank yangu ilikuwa ya 50 shillings. It worked, and it can fit, the tin bank can fit. When I broke it for the first time, it had, I think, 5,500, and it was coins and notes, so it can fit quite a lot of money, like a 50 bob one. But I would advise, if you're going to save over 10,000, get the bigger one, the one that goes for 100 bob or 150. Unless una save madhao, then good for you. the 50 one the 50 bob one will work, or if you can save kwa bank pia ni sawa. But this is for the people that you cannot even save at the bank because you do not have bank money. The money that you have can only be saved in a tin bank. And even then, let that not stop you from saving money, because it won't happen tomorrow. You won't get to the 10k, 20k, 30k tomorrow, but one thing is for sure, you will get there. Hiyo haba na haba hujaza kibaba is the truest methali ama ni msemo ever. It is true. A journey of a million miles starts with one step. So I'm just here to tell you that it is a good day to start working towards that goal, and money is everything. If you have an idea, you're going to need money. let's be honest, even the Bible says in Ecclesiastes, money is everything. So in everything, you always have to think, okay, how do I raise the money? And if you are at rock bottom financially like me, I would highly suggest that you take my advice because it worked. And the iPhone is my evidence of the things that I am telling you. Currently, I'm saving to get a sewing machine. And the other thing I realized was that we are one mindset away from changing our whole life. Like, all I had to do was move from the mentality that I need to be employed in order for me to raise money to do the things I want, to I can just save the little money that passes through my hands and I can do the things that I want to do. And just like that, I'm doing YouTube now. Imagine 8 years later. You'd think that when I was employed, I was earning good money is when I would have done it. But no, it's now when I'm broke. So I dare give financial advice. I didn't even study business. I studied home science in school. But am I still broke? Yes. Am I achieving my goals? Absolutely. Si unaniona. See, you can see me. Anyway, I think that is all that I had for you today. I will end the video with a session of me drawing up a metric to track the month of March, because I used to do them every month. I enjoy journaling, guys. I just love to write things. Okay, so I will end this video with that. If you want to start tracking your process, you can use whatever I'm doing, or you can just go on Pinterest and look it up. I personally enjoy a pen and paper moment, so hopefully you enjoy this last session.